are we, Doctor?
I don't know, Joe. It appears to be a white void. The TARDIS must have slipped us sideways in time.
Shh. I think I can hear something. It sounds like voices.
Yes, I can hear it too. They sound like questions.
Oh, gosh. Maybe we're going to have to answer them then.
Well done, Joe. We must answer these fans' questions, or we'll be stuck here forever.
Oh, no! What is your favourite mannerism of the late, great Jon Pertwee that you like to replicate in your stellar, I agree with that, performance?
Well, thank you very much. Well, there are a few, actually, and that comes from necessity rather than sort of having a favourite one. It's because it helps with the character and it helps with the voice. So there's the stance.
Yes.
There's the I'm here stance, the hands on the hips, which I do in the studio, and there's the thinking, finger tapping on lip. Where are we, Joe? And there's the, I'm not sure, back of the neck sort of thing there, and obviously the sibilant S and the forthrightness of some of the words. It's precisely.
And I loved the one that he used to do, and it was sweet because he used to hug Jo and do lovely things like that.
Which we can't now.
No, but you know, when he used to just lift up her chin to cheer her
Oh,
up,
yeah.
and it was so sweet.
Yeah.
And then that's what makes the little bonds that you get that create this wonderful relationship that Jon and I had. Now you and I have.
Yeah. If you could both star in a West End play together, which one would you choose and why?
Thank you, lovely Jenny. I don't know. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
Where we play both. I play both the men. You play both the women. So we'll double up.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
that's the one.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
If we did The Sound of Music.
Well, I'd play. Who would I play?
You would play Maria.
I hope so. I'd play Maria, and you'd play all the Nazis and all the nuns.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'd probably understudy. And then there's Von Trapp.
Given that Katy has voiced the Third Doctor in several companion chronicle stories, has Tim ever returned the favour by voicing Jo Grant? Oh my God, I wouldn't know where to start. Well, you couldn't possibly, obviously, replicate this wonderful, legendary performance. I'll have the 20 quid now.
Yeah, when I've been working with Jon Culshaw and you, and we were doing all that, and suddenly I said, so, when I fall off my perch, who's going to voice me?
Well, exactly.
There was total silence.
Well, when you do your real voice, I could probably do that, because it's the same octave. Oh, doctor. Is that good?
A little bit sexy.
All right. Well, I am.
I know you are, darling.
I'm not. You've both been working together for a few years now. Do you both have a favourite moment or a you had to be there moment from a recording session?
You know, from day one, I absolutely thought, this is it, we've clicked. But I think it was on our second job or something like that. And I got locked in the loo.
Got a text. I just eating my lunch. Where's Katy gone? Oh, she must have popped out. She must have nipped out. Tim, darling, see, this is how I could play it.
Very good.
Tim, darling, I seem to have locked myself in the ladies' lavatories. Can you help? And I went, oh God, sorry guys, I got to go and try and help. Obviously, I knocked first. Anyone in there? Yes, it's just me, darling. I told you. And she's locked in. So I had to, in the end, because there's no one around, no one else around. There was no one else. I had to break the door in. So.
And I looked at him and I said, now you're my doctor.
Would you like to do a story where Iris Wildtime and Panda meet the Third Doctor? Love you both, and thanks for all you do.
Oh, and thank you, because, well, without you, there would be no Doctor Who, and you're all the best fans in the entire universe. I have to say that.
That's true.
You know, it's the greatest bonus of having been in Doctor Who is these incredible people.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've done one. I actually played Iris Wildtime, Jo Grant. Panda wasn't in it, but I did the Brigadier. And did I say the Doctor? Yes, the Doctor. I played them all in, I think it was called Find and Replace, I'm not sure, but written by Paul Mars, who created Iris Wildtime.
Wow.
So I have kind of done it. We just need to throw Panda into the mix and bada bing, bada boom, we're done. Woo!
Would Katy like to do the Jo and Cliff Jones adventures? And if she could play any other companion, who would it be?
Oh, gosh. Mr. and Mrs. Jones. Well, you know, we've had a lovely little time on the box sets. We've done 2 lovely little shorts between Stuart and I, and we are still so close. We're such great friends. And would I like to play any other companion? No, because they're all so jolly good, I wouldn't even be able to consider, and they all bring something so different to the companions. And so, no, really, in answer to that, because they're just too good.
So, favourite Pertwee story?
Once again, every single story had so much wonderfulness and memories and things. So there was one or two that, maybe we didn't like as much.
Yeah.
For various and assorted reasons. But I think, obviously you're always going to remember your first story and your last,
Right.
which was The Green Death. But also that was very important because, people didn't realise that right from the end of the 60s and people further back in the 50s were concerned about this planet. And also, I think it's lovely that out of that came Quorn, which didn't really arrive until 1980.
Really?
And Quorn...
the meat substitute?
Yeah. And Quorn is made out of mushrooms.
Yes.
And so basically, it was lovely that programme does... And they were talking about, the world, run by wind and then now we've got all those windmills. It was an incredible story. So for that level, and Jon... But at the same time, it was probably one of the most distressing ones to do because it was just sadness from beginning to end and very teary studios and very quiet.
Out of all the monsters you faced in the 1970s, which one had the best costume that you love to this day? The Master doesn't count, sadly.
Oh, what a pity, because I thought he always looked fabulous. I did love the Ogrons, and I thought they looked absolutely terrific. I also like the outer shell of the Dalek. I think it looks amazing, and I think
cool.
And it's great because there's nothing human about it.
Yeah.
It's got no hands, no legs, no
It's so
eyeballs.
iconic, though, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you feel Jo has developed since her time on TV, and where would you like to see her next? And also, thanks for being such a positive person, making being online such a nice place. And that's true. That's so true. You are a ray of sunshine online. You really are.
That's what we're here on this planet for, to support each other and to care about each other. That's the world I want to be in. And also because everybody on my Twitter is just huggable. They're so gorgeous. Let's see, quickly. Well, because Jo went on 40 years later with Matt Smith and the wonderful Liz and that incredible crew, that backstory was so perfect that Russell T Davies wrote. It was brilliant, with Jo doing all these things, chaining herself to Robert Mugabe, going down the Amazon in a tea chest and saving the planet with her husband and 7 children and 13 grandchildren. I mean, that's so Jo.
Yeah.
And I think, you can tell that they would carry on being like that. They are still saving this planet. And the great thing about having played Jo was even in the 3 years that I did, Jo started out very young, very naive, sort of a year of learning to do pretty useless things in spy school. And you watched her grow and develop, and that was really nice. She had a character that developed over time and eventually got married.
Oh, do you feel like you're up for a face-off with the Master? Yeah, I'd love to have a face-off with the Master.
Brilliant.
Absolutely would, yeah.
I would like us to do one with the Master.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Because I was the first person to meet him in the
back in the day, Roger Delgado, yeah.
And brilliant character, and now played brilliantly, not only on audio, but on television by so many good actors.
Yeah.
And Missy, of course.
Yeah.
I loved Missy.
Yeah. I'd like a face-off with, as I've said to someone else on Twitter, I'd like a face-off with a honey monster. So if he's watching, honey
that
monster.
Can be arranged, dear.
Yeah? You want some? I'm waiting. If you could take the other to a specific other time and place, where would you each go and why? Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
I'd like to go to the 60s, which is the era that I wish I'd been around in. I wish I'd had the 60s experience. I do cross-examine it all the time because the music, I love the 60s music. I'm a very scruffy mod. So I'd love to go back and do all those clubs.
Do you know what? I'd love to see Jo and the Doctor going back and going to like all those concerts and things like that.
Thank you very much, guys, for all your questions. And thank you for your continued support. And please stay safe until we get out of this. Love you all.
You know, you really are simply the best fans in the universe. Yes, stay safe, wear your necessary accessory, decorate it, make yourselves look good, and see the world safely. And we send you the biggest possible hugs from here.